Now, I have been entangled with various type of narcissists, covert ones, malignant, sociopaths, spiritual narcissists, for quite a while, good number of years. But there is something I recognize in some of them, not all of them, but some of them. Maybe let's say most of them. They talk about something and you oppose that thing, whatever they talk about. You'll oppose them. You may decide to disagree and you oppose what they have said. Or it may be something as simple as calling them out on something that they have never experienced. So it's like they have been doing things and they never had anyone say anything or call them off or tell them off or answer them in a certain way. So you call them out on something. It can be anything. It doesn't have to be you calling them out on their narcissism. So they have been used to doing different things and pretty much getting away with them, getting away with it. So one of the statements I remember I had from one of those entanglements, the narcissist said that, oh, I have been with some people before, and nobody ever told me this or nobody ever told me that. So they was telling me that in their previous encounters with different individuals, nobody ever confronted them or told them that thing, particular thing, whatever you've said. Now, I wasn't very familiar with narcissism. I didn't know what narcissism was, and it didn't make so much sense at that particular time. It never made sense. But later on, as I continued to wake up, then I remembered what was exactly happening. You see, the narcissist is stuck in a cycle. So they are in this very toxic, abusive cycle, and they pretty much accept the same thing with different individuals that they encounter. So they expect you to treat them a certain way. There is what they expect you to do, and there's things they don't expect you to do. So as you guys know, they are the boss. So they are the ones who are in charge of everything, decisions, whatever it is, direction. And they have done this over and over again. And they have gotten accustomed and they have gotten used to this destructive, abusive, manipulative cycle. But you see, a narcissist will keep on doing this. It will take ages. It will take a lot of years. They will just keep on recycling. They are doing something to somebody, move on to the next one, do the same thing, discard, move on to the next one, do the same thing. Or even sometimes recycle their previous victims, keep on doing the same thing. And they have always gotten away with it. But there is moments when something will happen in whichever narcissist you know. Something is going to happen in their lives and they are going to get a wake-up call. Now, you see, when it comes to a super empath, it feels like these individuals have been placed in the narcissist's life and vice versa to be able to understand something and to learn some very particular lessons. Now, you see, so many empaths have encountered narcissists. Okay, they have destroyed one person, go to the next one, destroy that one, go to the next one, and it has been a cycle. And there is people who never had a chance, opportunity to wake up and understand what was happening. But there is some people, specific empaths, that will encounter that narcissist and they're going to show them a very serious lesson. You know, an empath who decides to understand what is happening, to accept this, to be able to choose to walk away, that empath is going to be they are going to become an empowered empath. So when you walk away from a narcissist and you're able to to stand your ground, put boundaries, call it quits, and cross them off, that thing is going to send the narcissist in shock, because for the very first time they are thinking that they have been doing these things to different types of people and nothing was happening. Everybody was okay. People just walked away, carried on with their lives. Nothing happened. Nobody got back to them. Stuff like that. But the moment a narcissist encounters that particular empath, the dynamics are going to shift. So the reason as to why you see the awakened empath. So because you see, the narcissist could have had so many victims, and they could have gotten out of those situations without an awakening happening. If you're the person who has awakened after narcissistic abuse, you will still see there is so many victims of abuse that narcissist has had previously before you, and many of them, they have been destroyed. Some of them are in hospital. Some of them are sick. Some of them are, different things have happened. They didn't even wake up. Then you are the one that made that narcissist, and you woke up. Not only do you wake up as an individual, you are also going to wake up that particular narcissist. So a super empath is able and capable, because a super empath has to wake up. It doesn't really matter what it is. That person has got to wake up. They are going to wake up. No matter how long the abuse will go on, it will happen. That empath will wake up at some point. It is only at that point, when the empath wakes up, that they are able to recount and understand what exactly just happened. And the empath doesn't need closure. They don't need any kind of explanation that, okay, so they're going to go back and get closure, whatever. They just keep on walking away. They're going to find something within themselves to give themselves closure, and they'll keep on going. That empath is going to go ahead and they're going to empower themselves. They will empower themselves with knowledge, information. They're going to go ahead and heal. They're going to go ghost. They're going to completely close off those people. And that is what is going to send that narcissist in shock, because for the very first time, they are seeing a victim of abuse who has been able to walk away from them, because they're not used to this anyway. But this particular victim of abuse, they thought that was their supply and victim, has been able to walk away. Not only have they walked away, they have been able to call out these individuals on whichever BS that has been playing and has been going on. Now, remember that you're dealing with a very dysfunctional individual, okay? So they do not have any accountability. They don't know, some of them don't even know who they are. I mean, there are so many narcissists lingering around the world, and they don't even know that they're narcissists. They just keep on doing things to people, and they keep on getting away. But this particular empath is going to come in the narcissist's life by some form of divine intervention. And that empath is going to trigger that narcissist to awaken. Now, you might want to ask me, what does the awakening of the narcissist look like? So the awakening of a narcissist is when, for the very first time in their lives, they have met somebody who has been able to call them out. That is the very first thing. So when you're calling them out, yes, they may try to gaslight you and try to, run around and, run away from accountability. But that empath is going to make sure that those individuals really understand what is going on. So it is when the narcissist is going to be able to look at themselves for the very first time, they are going to be able to face their shadows. They will know that they are narcissists, because that person, man or woman, will call them out. Not only are they going to call them out, they are going to cut them off. They are going to bounce back that energy. Then that empath is going to keep on going ahead to heal, to help other people, and to live their best lives. Now, that is exactly what causes the wake-up call for the narcissist. Now, for a narcissist, it is very, very dangerous. You see, is one of the reasons why they tell you that normally it is not even advisable to call out a narcissist when you're still living with them, because you are forcing them to see something. You're forcing them to understand something. You are forcing them. It's like you're drugging somebody for the very first time, and you're putting them in front of the mirror, and you're telling them, look at yourself. That is what you look like. that empath is going to push a narcissist. They are going to cause a narcissist a very massive and serious narcissistic injury. When a narcissist figures out that you have awakened, there is something like, it pushes them in a very tight corner because it feels like they cannot play game on you. They cannot manipulate you. They cannot come into your life. They cannot hover you. They cannot love bomb you. There is no button they can push that is going to work. So it is going to become very frustrating because whenever they push a button, you're going to push two buttons in return. So what I'm trying to say is that you are simply going to bounce back that energy towards them, because you will know when are they love bombing you. You will know when are they trying to hover you. You will know when are they trying to gaslight you. You will know each and everything because you are like reading their playbook. You're reading them like a playbook. You can read them like the back of your hands. And when you can know and read these individuals and understand who they are, you become a very big threat. So you become the narcissist's worst enemy, okay? They have had enemies before anyway, but you are going to be the one that is going to become the narcissist's worst enemy because you are the one who is pushing them. You are dragging them by the collar. You are bringing them and putting them in front of a mirror, and you're showing them who they are. So you are forcing them to look at themselves. And that is something they have been running away for the longest period of time. They have never been able to see what it feels like on the other side. Whatever it is they've been doing to people, they have never been able to understand what it feels like. They have never been able to take accountability. You are the one who is forcing that narcissist to get accountability. So for the most of the people you hear talking about self-aware narcissists, most of them who are self-aware, so something has happened in their lives. There is things they have done, and then a point has reached whereby one of the victims they have dealt with has forced them to wake up. They have got a wake-up call. So it is when now they will be able to understand their behavior, their patterns, their personality. There are some of them who may choose they want to go to help, to get help, whatever. We don't know if they really do get help, but they are going to get a confirmation from that particular empath that they are narcissists, and they're going to be able to understand for the very first time what have they been doing what have they been doing all this time, and what are the consequences of their actions. So the super empath is the one who is going to give that narcissist a wake-up call. They can't run away from it. So it was some kind of a divine intervention whereby these two people, somewhere, somehow, were placed on each other's journey. The empath was placed there to wake up and evolve. The narcissist was placed there to wake up and for the very first time understand who they are and what exactly is going on in their personal, private life. That's what I mean when I say the super empath will trigger a narcissist to have a wake-up call. So let us know what you think about this video if you know what I'm talking about. You guys know I do love and appreciate your support. You can book a session with me if you want to. You may donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I'll catch you guys in my next one. Desmos signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.